Once upon a time in a faraway village nestled between rolling hills and sparkling rivers lived a brave and curious girl named Mina. Was known throughout the village for her infectious laughter and her thirst for adventure. One day, while playing near the Whispering Woods, Mina stumbled upon a hidden path leading into the forest. Intrigued by the unknown, she ventured along the path, her heart pounding with excitement. Suddenly, the trees parted, revealing a sight that took her breath away. Before her lay a garden unlike any she had ever seen. It was a riot of colors with flowers in every shade imaginable. Strange animals with shimmering wings perched on the blossoms, and the air was alive with the melody of magical birds. As Mina marveled at the beauty around her, she noticed a small wooden house nestled amidst the flowers. Curiosity piqued, she approached it and gently knocked on the door. To her surprise, it swung open, revealing a cozy room filled with books, maps, and strange contraptions. And sitting in the center of it all was a kind, adventurous boy with twinkling eyes and a warm smile. "Hello," said Mina, her voice echoing in the quiet room. "Who are you?" "My name is," replied the boy, "and this is my treat. Would you like to come in and have some lemonade?" "I'd love to," said Mina, stepping inside. As they sipped their lemonade, Mina and Walid quickly became friends, sharing stories and dreams over the tinkling laughter of unseen sprites. But soon it was time for Mina to return home before her parents grew worried. As she stood up to leave, Walid looked at her and said, "I wish you could stay here with me forever. We could explore the enchanted garden together and discover all its secrets." Mina's heart sank. She had grown fond of Walid, and the thought of leaving him made her sad. Then, suddenly, an idea struck her. "Why don't you come with me to my village?" she suggested. "You can stay with me and we can play together every day." Walid's face lit up. "That would be wonderful," he exclaimed. And so the two friends set off towards Mina's village, hand in hand, eager to begin their new adventure together. When they arrived in the village, Mina's parents were overjoyed to see her return, but they were even more delighted when she introduced them to her new friend Walid. "You can stay with us as long as you like," said her mother welcomingly. "We'd love to have you." And so Walid became a part of the family, and he and Mina spent their days playing in the fields, exploring the nearby river, and making new friends. They played hide-and-seek among the tall sunflowers, their laughter echoing in the summer breeze. They raced each other along the winding riverbanks, their feet splashing in the shallow water, and they shared their toys and their dreams with the other children who loved Walid's tales of the enchanted garden. But as the days turned into weeks, Mina began to notice a change in Walid. He seemed distant and preoccupied, and he spent long hours staring out into the fields. One day, unable to bear the weight of her friend's sadness, Mina approached Walid and asked him what was wrong. "I miss my Walid," confessed, his voice barely a whisper. "I haven't seen my family in so long, and I wonder if they're thinking of me." Mina's heart went out to Walid. She understood how he felt, having experienced the pain of missing her own home when she first arrived in the village. So she put her arms around his shoulder and said, "Don't worry, Walid. I have an idea. Why don't we visit your home together? We can go back to the enchanted garden and surprise your family with a visit. Walid's face lit up with gratitude. Thank you, Mina. That would mean the world to me. And so the two friends set off towards the enchanted garden, their steps lighter and their hearts filled with hope. Upon arriving at the garden, Mina and Walid were greeted by a sight that made their jaws drop. The once vibrant and colorful garden was now dull and lifeless. The flowers had wilted, the magical birds had disappeared, and the strange animals with shimmering wings were nowhere to be seen. What happened to this place? Mina asked, her voice filled with dismay. Just then, a wise old owl swooped down from a nearby tree and perched on a nearby branch. The enchanted garden has lost its magic, the owl explained sadly. Without the song of joy, it will never bloom again. The song of joy, repeated Mina, puzzled. What is that? The owl explained that the song of joy was a magical melody created by the first creature to experience happiness in the garden. For generations, the song had been passed down from one magical being to another, keeping the garden thriving. But recently, the melody had faded, and without it, the garden was slowly withering away. But why? Asked Walid, his brow furrowed with concern. Why would the song of joy disappear? The owl shook its head, its eyes filled with sadness. That, my young friends, is for you to discover. The reason for the fading song lies within you. With that cryptic message, the owl took flight, leaving Mina and Walid to ponder its words. Determined to save the enchanted garden, Mina and Wolid set off on a quest to find the source of the fading song. They searched high and low, but it seemed as though the garden held no answers. Just when their hope began to dwindle, they heard a faint melody echoing through the trees. Following the sound, they came across a small clearing where a group of magical creatures were gathered. The creatures were unlike any they had seen before. They were small and furry, with big, curious eyes and delicate wings. And as they sang their enchanting song, the clearing shimmered with a soft, ethereal light. As the song reached its crescendo, one of the little creatures noticed Mina and Walid and fluttered over to greet them. "Welcome to our sanctuary," the creature chirped. "Why have you come to the Whispering Wood?" Mina and Walid explained their quest to find the source of the fading song, and the little creature listened intently. "We know what you're looking for," another creature chimed in, its voice sweet and musical. "We heard you talking." "Are you looking for the song of joy?" Mina and Walid nodded, their eyes shining with hope. "Well, you've come to the right place," said the first creature with a wink, "for we are the keepers of the song, and will help you find the melody you seek." The creatures led Mina and Walid to a nearby stream, where a group of butterflies were dancing gracefully in the sunlight. "The butterflies hold the key to the song of joy," one of the creatures explained. "If you can discover the secret within their dance, you'll have the melody you need to save the enchanted garden." Mina and Walid watched in awe as the butterflies performed their intricate dance, their wings shimmering with every movement. And after a while, they began to notice a pattern in the butterflies' movements. It was a pattern that resembled the shape of a heart. As they watched, Walid suddenly cried, "I think I get it." He rushed forward and began mimicking the butterflies' dance, his arms forming a heart shape in the air. And as he danced, A beautiful melody filled the clearing. It was the song of joy. Overjoyed, Mina and Walid thanked the creatures and the butterflies and hurried back to the enchanted garden. As they approached the garden, they could hear the faint strains of the song of joy echoing within. And as they stepped inside, they were met with a sight that took their breath away. The garden had been transformed. The flowers were blooming in vibrant colors. The magical birds were singing merrily, and the strange animals with shimmering wings were frolicking among the blossoms. The song of joy had returned, and with it, the enchanted garden was filled with magic once more. Mina and Walid spent many happy hours exploring the garden, playing with the magical creatures and enjoying the beauty around them. They learned the importance of friendship, kindness, and the magic of believing in yourself. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the garden, Manan and Walid knew it was time to return home. They had discovered the secret of the enchanted garden and brought it back to life with the power of their belief and the strength of their bond. Back in the village, Mina and Walid continued to be the best of friends. They shared their adventures with the other children, inspiring them to believe in the magic of friendship and the power of the human spirit. And whenever they felt a little blue, they would simply remember the song of joy in the beautiful garden, and their hearts would fill with happiness once more. And so, the tale of Mina and Walid reminds us that sometimes all it takes to bring back the magic is a little bit of courage, a lot of curiosity, and the unwavering belief in the power of friendship and the power of imagination. The end.